The Bluesbirds, I Ain't Going Back. This band, half the band's in West Virginia, half the band's in Italy. They do that through the magic of the internet, and every other summer or so they get by and tour in each other's country. That works out. 21st century, man. www.soundclick.com/bluesbox. Hey, if you have a request or you want to send us a message, you want to get a hold of any of the bands, well, it's easy to do. You can reach us at director@westfieldrecording.com. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, director@westfieldrecording.com.
Hi, it's Chris Bevington. You can check my website out at www.chrisbevingtonmusic.co.uk. You're listening to Westfield Alliance Indie Show. Have a great day and I hope you enjoy my music. Cheers,
no hard times. I'm just an old friend, just an old friend to me. I said hard times. I'm just an old...
We had an interview with the UK artist Michael Robshaw. I'm sorry I said Robert Shaw. Sorry about that. Let's go with the interview. And tell us how the band got started.
Well, at the moment, it's just me on my own as a solo artist, as Michael Robshaw. I'm from the UK, and I started writing music, I would say, around about 8 years ago. So it's been a fairly long time. I mean, I'm 20 years old now. So yeah, ever since I was roughly about 12 years old. I mean, ever since I heard Green Day's album, American Idiot, music as a career pathway has been a massive passion for me. I mean, I started playing the piano from a young age, so I guess I was introduced to music and I suppose writing music from a really young age. But interestingly enough, I didn't start out wanting to do music. I mean, my parents kind of urged me into learning to play the piano, and initially I wasn't really that interested, and I wasn't really interested in learning the theory side of music or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, just get down and dirty with performing and stuff. So, I mean, initially I wasn't really interested, but then I learnt to play the drums and I learnt to play the guitar, and that's when I really started to get interested in writing and performing music. And in terms of my own original compositions and Michael Robshaw, my solo project started around about late 2014.
What are your influences?
My main influences, I would say, range from the likes of Coldplay, Ed Sheeran, Noel Gallagher, The Script, and Biffy Clyro. Yeah, I'd say those are the generic ones that I'd listen to if I was trying to be inspired to write music. In terms of my general music taste, I can listen to anything pretty much. Like, I can go a whole day, like a full day, listening to Taylor Swift and not regret it at all. And then I would happily listen to Slipknot the next day. So, yeah, I'd say I'm quite lenient when it comes to listening to music. And I feel like if you want to be influenced properly by music, then you need to have enough scope to listen to a wide range of music as opposed to, you know, just a very specific genre.
Tell us about any shows or releases you have coming up.
I've got a big release coming up in February 2016. Well, obviously it's going to be 2016. It's the release of my second EP called Replacements, which consists of 5 songs. It's available for pre-order on iTunes from the 1st of February, and then available to download fully from the 17th of February. It will be available on Amazon, Spotify, and most music sharing platforms. And then on the 25th of February, it's the EP launch gig, which will be at a venue in the UK in Leeds.
Where can we find out more about your music?
You can go onto my website, which is michaelrobshaw.com. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My username is Michael Robshaw, or at Michael Robshaw. You can search me on Google. Just search Michael Robshaw and I'll pop up. And Facebook and all the generic social media platforms you can think of, pretty much.
Is there anything else you want to say to our listeners?
Well, I guess a huge hello from the UK would be a start. Also, if you like real, genuine UK music and want to get something brand new in your ear holes to listen to, I'd be eternally grateful if you considered listening to more of my music and and finding more out about me, because as a UK artist, it's amazing to even think that your music is getting played and your voice is getting heard in a different country, never mind America. So yeah, that'd be absolutely amazing. Also, a huge thank you to Matt Avery for having me on the show.
Little monster, please take your leave. You're not welcome here anymore. Just be gone, go elsewhere. Let's play a game of hide and seek. Take a guess, we won't come to find you. Take a guess, we won't come to find you. And if you have an ounce of sympathy, please share that ounce with us. Little creature, now that's enough. You've had your fun for far too long. It's getting old. Take a gun off yourself, not us. Let's play a game of role reversal and see how you then feel. Your eyes cold night desire, the grief you cause and crave. And if you have an ounce of sympathy, please share that ounce with us. And if you have an ounce of sympathy, please share that ounce with us.
Michael Robshaw, Let's Play a Game. This is from his CD release Straight-Eyed Pessimist. He comes from Cambridge and Leeds in the UK. www.michaelrobshaw.com. Anybody who's ever gotten airplay off this show could vouch for the fact that we've never asked for an American dime. And that's the reason we've never made an American dime off this program. It's off our love of indie music. Currently, the Copyright Royalty Board has a decision that they came upon in private, behind closed doors, called HR/1733, which basically is going to make royalty rates so high for independent broadcasters that they're basically put out of business, and it's going to be nothing but the big boys and what they tell you to listen to. Hey, okay, it just became personal. I need your help. I've not asked for your help before, but I'm going to ask you, everyone who's listening, to go to www.gopetition.com/petitions and sign off on the opposition to Copyright Royalty Board's decision on HR 1733. It's for indie music. It's for your future.
I want to say to all the corporations that are trying to kill internet radio and all the bought-off politicians who are doing their bidding in Congress, you can't kill indie music. It rises up from the streets. It is the sound of a free people. If you kill a channel, it will rise up on another one. Indie music is freedom. It is the indie artist who is responsible for all innovation in music. That includes music in the small clubs. That includes the bands on the small internet radio stations. That includes the brave souls standing on the street corners and in subways, because it's all about music. Music first. Today's unknown loser becomes tomorrow's superstar, but they all start out as indie musicians. I say the indie musician is the truest keeper of the First Amendment. You hear them, all colors, both sexes, all walks of life, making music primarily and foremost because it's in their hearts, not because they are trying to make X amount of dollars. I say indie then, indie now, indie forever. Thank you.
You have been listening to a Time Code production.
Kiss my horror. My, that's pure Angora.
Time, you can put the same in your